Welcome one and all. In this video, I will be showing you exactly how I used a knife and any old branch I could find just outside my doorstep to create a Harry Potter one that looks like it could be one of the ones they used in the movie. For example, this one, my favorite, you've got this wooden handle, which with the branch, with the bark still on, and then I cut off the bark and thinned it out to the top. Now, there's a stain on here different than one on here. When I say stain, I just mean a wooden finish, such as this. This is early American. I think it had the result of this one, maybe, as in this bit. But it really is, works quite well, any wood finish you can find. If not, paint works as too, but I think wood finish really brings out the best. Now, when finding a branch, you want to look for thickness and length. In the movies, Ollivander mentions branches of 8 to 14 inches, but when making your own, you want to go up to the 14, just to make them look as cool as possible. Now this one might be taking that too far. I think it's about 17, maybe 18 inches, but it's more Hagrid sized, and while it still looks cool, you can see there's the indent here that has which the size allows for, as in Hermione's wand. Now this is fake and just gives you a great example of why plastic wands aren't cool enough for you to be using in like a costume or something, because I don't see how anyone could pass this off for a real wand, especially a Harry Potter fan. But once you've got a wand of good thickness and length, you just take a knife. I'm using a Swiss Army knife here. Just start carving away. You want to stay relatively consistent. Like you can see, this is a bit whiter and paler than this darker brown. And that really makes a difference later on when you start staining, as in this one, because you can see here, here, and here, there's a big difference compared to that of the handle. And while you want the handle to be different, as in like this one, for example, because it creates good contrast, it looks pretty cool. If you have any inconsistencies up at the top, like here to here, then that really just ruins it, unless you have, like, I don't know, like this is very thick, and then you start thinning out in the end here. But unfortunately, it doesn't really work for this one, and I'm sad because this is a very cool mahogany stained hilt or handle. Now, once you have your reasonably well carved branch like this, to start staining, you want to use many layers, normally of the same, but you can mix and match for this, but of course different ones for this, to create that difference I mentioned earlier in contrast that really gives it character and makes it stand out. You can add a slight divot here for your thumb, as gripped like such, but that kind of ruins the strength of it, so if you hit it really hard against anything, it may snap, and it's happened to me once before. But really don't have to worry about that too much unless you go crazy. After you finish that, after you finish the layers, you want to put a sealant on it just to make sure like the weather won't get to it if you left it outside overnight or anything. This one, fully complete, I think looks cool. There's very clear contrast. You can see these slight spots in there. It's pretty consistent, and I think makes it look very cool. But this one had, I think, only one stain on the top and a few layers on the bottom. So it's really up to you however you want to make it. This kind of wand making, and carving it by yourself entirely, carving, finding, and staining by yourself entirely, makes it completely your own, and I love that in a wand, especially when the wand chooses the wizard. Unfortunately, we can't replicate that nor put a core in the center of it. But alas, I think these wands are super cool, and you should definitely try making them. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.